So, did my video for the last episode of podcast commentary slash reaction over 5 weeks. Did 45 minutes of my commentary slash reaction on Raw. I covered Raw, SmackDown shoutouts, Raw comics, playlist, podcast, all the information on social, the introduction, and it covered all, even like Royal Rumble, main event, Saturday main event, and even commentary slash reaction to this last Monday Night Raw. I was going to do separate videos and cover all the commentary slash reaction to Monday Night Raw, like for the newcomers who don't know what it is that it's commentary, whether I watch or I commentate to what I would say on the Raw videos, or reaction, what happened on the Raw reaction, me analyzing like, okay, either I'm watching it and I'm commentating what I would say, or I've already watched it and I'm analyzing what I would say as a commentary team when I post my Raw videos, Raw comments, and obviously reacting to what happened, showing you the photos and videos as I talk about it. That's for the new people watching and tuning in that don't know what's going on. This is a commentary slash reaction Monday Night Raw. I was going to do the 5 weeks, then do a separate video over 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and 1 week, including adding the SmackDown shoutouts like on Instagram when we let a comment or a video or a photo, and as long as you're interacting, like the introduction and all that, kind of give you a shout out. And even main event Saturday, the Royal Rumble, we got Elimination Chamber in 2 weeks, one more Raw to go. So I want to be caught up before this coming Monday Night Raw commentary's reaction to that before we head into SmackDown and then Elimination Chamber. Probably put it all together if I don't do it separate. Showed you all the playlist, music, all that stuff, updated my account, like how I worked on my Krazy K album playlist, and that's why I was 5 weeks behind. How I did my Superstar Best of 2024. That I was working on that and reacted to the album playlist of Superstar and the Krazy K album, why it was behind like 5 weeks, 4 weeks, and then 3 weeks we had like Super Bowl, global, awards, and I enjoy like Jxnny and that, enjoying, family, friends, and doing things like that. And I updated my account, and now I'm doing my commentary slash reaction. I was even going to do the one from like this past week on Monday. For this week, I did 45 minutes. Was about to upload my video on YouTube. I had to restart my laptop. It didn't tell me till after I was done with the video. Restarted my laptop, turned it back on, got it on the charge, got it updated, and my video is like gone. It won't upload, but it did upload when I tested the video. Before this, I had to restart my laptop, which I would have known before I spent 45 minutes on that video. So instead of just doing one video at a time like I was going to do, because now we're behind, now it's about noon. That's just a little bit of refreshment that I had told you for the newcomers what this video is about, the returners, what's been going on, and this is going to be commentary slash reaction on Raw. I'm just going to put them into different parts, but it'll be all in one video. So I'll do, 5 episode podcast, and I'll cover like Saturday main event, Saturday live, Friday night SmackDown, Royal Rumble. I'll cover 3, 2, 1. Even this past commentary, actually, there'll be different breaks and pauses in between there. But it'll be, you'll see me in different outfits and stuff, but it'll be into one video, just different parts to catch up on the commentary reaction on Monday Night Raw. But you can watch many like this and more like it. Just those of you, just go ahead, if you haven't already, watch, like, follow, subscribe on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, add me on Snapchat. Go ahead and watch the video and like it, so I know you're enjoying it as well as I'm enjoying posting the video and comment, so I know what you think. And also subscribe to the channel to Uprising and Let It Go, and also add me on that Snapchat. Usually my friends add me on that Snapchat or social media platforms for you guys as the fans. I update stuff too, like when I put the shout outs on SmackDown, like when we watch Friday night SmackDown or Monday Night Raw. Between that, I always do either my Raw or my SmackDown prediction, but I also do the commentary to it. And that's what I mean by comments. Like, I give shout outs whether you like my comment or you like my post or you comment back on it or you seen it, just some kind of reaction, whether you liking it or comment it or whatever the social media might be, situation might be for you. I give shout outs when I do my SmackDown. Usually I call it the SmackDown shout outs and stuff. But I switch it in between there, though. I like to also do it for the Raw too. I just usually do the SmackDown because if I don't do the prediction, I'm like, well, at least I got a shout out for it. So at least I like substitute instead of the prediction, gave a shout out for that week because I like to do it. Try to do it on weekly, and sometimes I just add it on to one if it's a few behind because I didn't realize how many people had reacted, whether it was watching it, whether it was liking it, whether it was subscribing to my Instagram channel or the photo video that I posted on my page, story, highlights, even on like TikTok and Instagram because I do different videos and updations on there as well. So if you haven't already, check that out. You can check out these playlists right here. This is what I was getting to and what I was talking about as far as the platinum goes. It'll do just different parts instead of different videos since we're behind, since it didn't upload my video. Didn't know how to restart my laptop till after I was done with the video. Now I did a testing video before this. I'll be able to upload it and stuff. So as we get into that, you guys check out the page where I do my Raw and SmackDown predictions. Check out that page. And you can also check out this story where I do shout outs through my Instagram. That's why I say follow through there for updates, page, story, highlights, and the page itself for things like that. And like also I got like football, on there as well, like football, big thing. I like football as well as this wrestling platinums update, just me, my family, friends, fans, or whatever. Or give you guys updates to that page story. I give comments and shout outs. That's my way of shouting out by putting your name into there. When I do the Raw and SmackDown, not only prediction, but that's what I mean by commentary, because as we watch Raw and SmackDown, we post like pictures and videos or a comment through Instagram and social media platinum, so then I will put like a shout out in the Raw or SmackDown result or video as a token appreciation for even interacting. So be sure to be a part of that and check out like my latest. We are all caught up, including this week's Raw comics that you can check out into this past week's Raw comics. It is WWE comics by Krazy K. It's got Monday Night Raw, it's got Friday Night SmackDown, it's got wwelive, it's got a little bit of like updates, and all that stuff. It's got Raw, SmackDown, wwelive, NXT. It's got main events Saturdays. It's got the Royal Rumble. And this latest, like from this week's Monday Night Raw, all the comics. That's why it's called WWE Comics by Krazy K. Check out that playlist to check out all of them, including this past week's Monday Night Raw comics, if you're interested into that as well. Be sure to subscribe, be sure to watch and like and follow and check out like this, which you can check out more like that, not only on the predictions and the shout-outs I was talking about, through the social media platinums that you saw in the beginning when you heard that music going on, and the album playlist I was talking about, the Krazy K playlist that I've been working on while it was behind. You can check them out, freestyles, rap battles with without V. I even reacted to it as well. And also the best of WWE superstar. Instead of doing like a blooper or a video or a match or a certain superstar, I just put it into a freestyle of the best superstars that I think are the best growing up watching and what I think currently are the best superstars. So check out my album playlist from Krazy K. Check out and also reacted to it. Check out the superstar and also reacted to that. I did the Raw comics. They're all caught up, including, like I said, I did the Raw Rumble, wwelive, NXT, and main event on Saturday as well. And I updated the social media platinums doing this commentary / reaction to Monday Night Raw, which you can check out the other ones right there in that playlist. And just do a little, I did do that video, but it is behind because for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason I did the whole video and totally the video is erased and gone, not even the picture that I had for it. And I didn't even take the pictures, it just disappeared. So I restarted my laptop, charged it up, did a test video. It looks like it's working enough. I hope it is. Hope I'm not wasting my time doing this video all over again, because now, instead of different videos, I'm gonna just do different parts. Okay, so it'll be like 5 parts since it's 5 weeks, and that's what's been going on the last 5 weeks. I know y'all see my workout videos. I know you see me still training. 2K 2025, we got the one and only OTC original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, on the front cover of 2025 this year. Everybody put your ones up for the OTC that owned that match against Solo at the Raw premiere on Netflix to prove there's only one and only OTC original tribal chief, and that is Roman Reigns. On the 2K 2025 wrestling video game this year, that will be going actually around this elimination time. That video game will be released, and including Elimination Chamber pay-per-view as well. So around that same time, I already got my pre-order in to add to the rest of my collections, got it up and got going. There's also another album playlist called Climb. So I did those album playlists. That's what's going on 4 weeks, and a few did the Superstar Theaters of Pounds, and now I'm on the contest/reaction Monday Night Raw. I figured I could do, since it's already Wednesday, might as well do the Monday from this week as well and get that out of the way, since it's already Wednesday in the middle of the week. So that's only gives you this coming Friday Night SmackDown. That's a little bit, newcomers. Check out those predictions, and you can be ready for the SmackDown prediction. Check, follow on that Instagram. You can get a shout out in the commentary for it, and the results of SmackDown for the returners. That's it, and including the Raw comments. Those of you who don't know, you can check out those Raw comments, including this commentary and reaction to Raw, because that's what this is. Usually I do them just separate in different videos. I did it on the Raw premiere. I did it the following week, and then that's what's going on these few weeks. But we're getting it all caught up and updated. I did that video. I don't know why it didn't tell me that I needed to update it before that, because that takes up time and space, and of course I have to do my workout, my training as well. Working on trying to get different things going on here. So we're just gonna play in parts. Pause it, or get everything covered, everything talked about, everything you need to know, want to know, and more. Yeah, that 2025, the one and only original champion Roman Reigns. I can't wait to grab that video game, because also they got a Bloodline edition, which I, for one, think that the Bloodline is the best storyline in WWE history, because it's got different members and different people. So it just keeps going and going and going. You got, cousin versus cousin, right-hand man, brother versus brother. You got uncles, you got fathers involved. You got the legacy involved. You got the Hall of Fame and the legacy of the Bloodline since the beginning of wrestling for WWE World Wrestling Entertainment. The Bloodline has been set since the beginning of that, and still continuing as a feud or as a storyline or taking over a brand. So you can't talk about one brand without mentioning it, or every week without mentioning sometime that circles around it. So I think the Bloodline is the best storyline in WWE history, and nothing can overshadow that, just because they have so many people, so they keep on coming up with different storylines and different things that go on with it. So I'm glad that I got to interact with most of them. I always talk about in my podcast is Rikishi. I got a trading card with Rikishi on it. I always talk about The Rock, him coming back and still being in there. I talked about him in honor of him, of the podcast and the Bloodline. I always mention it in my Raw and SmackDown prediction videos. But I got to interact with the Usos, Roman Reigns. The Usos in honor of my trading cards, talking about Rikishi, Roman Reigns, seen him in The Rock on Raw Netflix, and I got to interact with Solo, Jacob Fatu, Tonga Taylor that came along, Nia Jax, Tamina. I got to interact with all of them between Raw, SmackDown, wwelive, NXT. You can check out me and famous people. Be on that playlist if you're interested in seeing the interactions. It was just, picture with them or a video with them, most likely a video with them. But I got to interact with them. I got to see them months. Not only sitting at home watching them wrestle, but I got to be there live and watch them wrestle. And then, high five, hey, what's up, good job, and interact with them as well. So that was an honor seeing the Bloodline as my favorite, and I think the best. The Bloodline is the best storyline to hold it down in WWE history, and now I get to interact with them and still keep them in honor. I like talk about them like I'm talking right now on my commentary podcasts and the legends of them. So I think the Bloodline is the best feud. And speaking of the Bloodline, former member of the Bloodline, but his former member, no longer a part of the Bloodline, on SmackDown. Now it looks like we got Solo, out of the picture right now, temporary. So it looks like we got Damian Priest, Braun Strowman, and our WWE Champion Cody Rhodes in a 6-man situation against Jacob Fatu Tonga and on the SmackDown brand as far as the Bloodline goes. So I think that with Jacob Fatu and Tonga and Strowman and Priest and Cody, they'll come together to take on the Bloodline in a 3-on-3 6-man match with either this SmackDown, it's coming this week, or it'll have some kind of brawl or something build up to a 6-man match next week, which will be the last Friday Night SmackDown before we head into Elimination Chamber. Or it could be a match that happens at Elimination Chamber since it's so close that week, and I don't think none of them have any matches scheduled for Elimination Chamber right now. So I think that'll be the perfect time to put Damian Priest, new member of SmackDown, Braun Strowman, the Monster Raw Monster, our WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, our SmackDown WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, and the Monster Braun Strowman, who's been good at good guy, bad guy, like Raw, SmackDown, heel turns. He's been good at both of them, like he holds it down really well. Priest is the newest, hottest member on SmackDown. So I think putting them 3 guys at Elimination Chamber against the Bloodline, and we'll, got this werewolf, this dominator, this destructor like Jacob Fatu. I'm telling you, this 6-man match at Elimination Chamber, they should schedule it. And he'll be WWE Champion by the end of the year. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to happen. I said it about main event Jey Uso winning the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble like I said he was going to do. I said that he was the MVP of last year of the Royal Rumble, and now he actually is the winner of the Men's 2025 Royal Rumble main event. Jey Uso eating it up like I said he would do, because I said since day one that he was the MVP, that he showed up, he showed out, he always overcomes the doubters. He overcame it before everybody say he can't do this, he can't do that, or you're not meant to do this or that, and he has, and he is. And now he's in the game because he earned it and he deserved it. He's on Monday Night Raw, everyone yeeting when Jey Uso comes out because he earned it. And he deserved it. So speaking of Jey Uso, you got it right here, main event Jey Uso, right? He's overcame these things that people say you can't or you're not supposed to do. But shows out and shows out. Shows up, shows out, and turns your heads around, turn your brain around a little bit. You got main event Jey Uso opening it up in Dallas, Texas, a Monday Night Raw right here. Now, I experienced all through Texas. Texas is like a second home, maybe I would say, because I've been there a lot. San Antonio, Texas, when my brother graduated at boot camp for the Air Force. My sister right now currently in the Air Force. Fun at the Six Flags, best barbecue, love the water parks. I love the heat. This tans me up and enjoy the heat. Enjoy the fun in San Antonio, Texas. Flew through Dallas, Texas. That's what we live in right here. And this Monday Night Raw is talking about big city, beautiful to look at. And I also lived in San Angelo, Texas last summer before I moved back home. And then I've been in Austin, Texas for our wwelive event. The only part of Texas that I haven't been in is probably Houston, Texas. So I've been all up and through Texas like my second home. We got Dallas, Texas holding Monday Night Raw. And what better than to open up Monday Night Raw with main event Jey Uso, with every single person, including the commentary team around the world and the universe, on their feet, eating it up with main event Jey Uso, sending his point across to one man that doesn't respect with it. And sure, he's funny. He's entertaining. It's WWE. It's World Wrestling Entertainment. That's why we all eat with main event Jey Uso. We like when he gets on that mic and in the ring. He beat his big brother, showing little brother can do it too. He beat Roman Reigns, showing he ain't just a sideline. He got out of the bloodline winning these matches on his own on Monday Night Raw to show he could do something on his own without his family, or on his own be Intercontinental Champion without his brother. And he won the Royal Rumble, and he was the MVP of last year's Royal Rumble. So Gunther with this triple win over him, I think he's going to take the World Championship belt, sending Gunther like, you're going to respect me one way or another. So I think Gunther, right now, he can call Jey Uso a clown, but he ain't a clown when he showed the little brother can do it when he beat his big brother. He ain't a side piece when he just sends you on your butt on Raw. He pushed you to your limits, and he's been Intercontinental Champion on his own on Main Event Saturday. And he's won the Royal Rumble. I think Main Event Jey Uso at WrestleMania is capturing the World Championship. Probably give it from Gunther, and Gunther can sense that ending coming, and that's what his big problem is. He knows that championship, that you've been champion these last 4 years between World and Intercontinental Championship belt. You've been holding it down these last few years, running through these guys. You know, guys like legendaries like Randy Orton, big names that's on SmackDown that I mentioned a few minutes ago. Damian Priest, which you technically didn't beat him without the Judgment Day's help. And Jey Uso, he's been Intercontinental Champion too. He's won the Royal Rumble too. He's already proven when he beat Roman Reigns, the OTC cover of 2025 too. He's a part of the Bloodline Edition because he earned that at 25. He got the Hall of Fame with The Undertaker that was represented by a women's world champion, Rhea Ripley, at the Royal Rumble, and even got the Y6, like the scary version of it. So I think I want to get a Fatal 4-Way. I already got pre-order on the original 2025, so I think I might just pick up all of them, just part of the collection. I think, like I said, the Bloodline is the best feud, so I think it's safe to say, yeah, I'll get the edition of that 2025. I got all the other ones of Roman on it, and of course the other Superstar man. I think the Wade 6, just because I love Halloween, getting that one, and of course the legendary like The Undertaker and the last man has been around, and you had him and The Rock and Cena all on that Raw Netflix. I think that was like an early WrestleMania with legends and Hall of Famers and wrestling matches, let alone the storyline and things that was going on. That was like an early WrestleMania on Raw Netflix. It was a little over a month ago. Still a big impact. And now here we are after the Royal Rumble, 2 weeks from Elimination Chamber. We're going to be looking at WrestleMania. So I think Main Event Jey Uso is taking the title from Gunther, and he knows that becoming world champion, it's Jey Uso's time at WrestleMania, and Gunther will respect him. And speaking of Hall of Famers, legendaries, respect. Let's talk about the respect of a Hall of Famer legendary, always holding it down on Monday Night Raw, the Lucha King, Rey Mysterio himself over this New Day situation, standing up for his friend Big E, taking out the New Day, and then taking out the other man in singles action, high-flying, class athletics skills that only you can see a high flyer like Rey Mysterio, one of the kings to do it. King of Lucha Underground, still Hall of Famer, beaten left and right on the New Day here on Monday Night Raw. LWO protecting him as they injured him and wiped him out of the picture, but LWO not letting the New Day get away with that so fast, protected him in his honor. And I know this was 5 weeks ago. I'm kind of jumping to the gun this past Monday Night Raw, but I said I was going to put it all in swirls and put all the videos and stuff in there, just a little bit of updates so you know, yeah, that happened five weeks ago, this episode of the podcast. But I'm talking about this last Monday Night Raw episode on podcast. I even added 3 and 2, like added the Royal Rumble Main Event Saturday and towards Elimination Chamber, because I told you I was going to put it all, the commentary and reaction Monday Night Raw, including Saturday Main Event, Royal Rumble, Friday, SmackDown, Saturday, onto this one video. But it's going to cover all the 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 weeks. So you had Main Event, and then you had the Royal Rumble, and then you had the Friday SmackDown, and the shoutouts, and the Monday Night Raw commentary reaction, and then even including this past week's Monday Night Raw commentary reaction. And now we got Friday Night SmackDown coming up, which that's why I said I'll show that video. Those of you comment or add on there, you could get a shout out in the SmackDown result video. So I just like to do that and keep it up, just so you follow along with me, what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. You're up to date. That's what's going on here. That's why I'm jumping from 5 weeks ago to what happened this past week. So, speaking of the Bloodline, past tense and future now, let's talk about the past tense and the history of Nia Jax and Bayley. Now Nia Jax is this wicked thorn. She's been this big old strong competitor in the thorn, and she seeks her opponent's weakness. She always hovers over them like she's so big, she's so strong, she's so competitive, she's up to date. She always looks down on her opponent as the weak link when she's in the ring with them or just looking up to them. She's always looking through them or past them like she's the more dominant one, like she did with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley remained the World Women's Champion against Nia Jax, like she done with Bayley, who she slightly has a win. Now she's got 2 wins over Bayley, but Bayley has beaten her. Bayley has been a Grand Slam champion. Bayley has held all the titles, Raw and SmackDown champion. She's the winning of 2 women's back-to-back Royal Rumble, which is very rare to do. And on top of it all, she's here to stay on Monday Night Raw. And now she's in the Elimination Chamber again. She's been the first ever tag team women's champion in history. And she's already experienced a singles Elimination Chamber as well. And now she's in the Elimination Chamber again. So she is here to stay on Monday Night Raw. Not to mention one of the horsewomen that built NXT, where you both came from as well. So Bayley's here to stay. She's got an Elimination Chamber opportunity. She ain't sweating Nia Jax. Yeah, speaking of legendaries and Hall of Famers and, sweat in the history, like we was talking about Rey Mysterio, who's had history with this man, former WWE champion, commentary, on the commentary tonight, JBL, former champion, wrestling superstar. We got JBL just kicking it up. Like, it was like watching a table with the 3, having him, the history that he has with J. Cole, to now bringing in the new field, like Wade Barrett was holding down the commentary with him as former champion. We've seen him probably as a superstar, him on commentary multiple times. J. Cole's done a commentary multiple times with JBL. It was like watching a table for 3 that they got on Peacock, just watching them, have a drink. Well, they're just having a talk right now and a laugh, but have a drink after the match and just kicking back, enjoying the show, enjoying these feuds and these matches, and talk about past and undermining or estimating someone. That was talking about with Gunther and Jey Uso. Let's talk about how Kevin Owens and the Sami Zayn feud going on again. Like Kevin Owens, when he stabbed Sami Zayn in the back in the NXT to be WWE champion, Sami Zayn beat him in that match. A part of the honorees of the bloodline, been Intercontinental champion. He wants the world title here on Raw, but he's got this Kevin Owens who just got through attacking him again to beat that Elimination Chamber. Now, I understand Adam Pearce fearing his career. You got a family, you got your career, you got yourself as a superstar and as an individual to look out for. But Kevin Owens is going to stop at nothing until he ends Sami Zayn on the shelf. And Sami Zayn knows that. So Sami Zayn has to beat Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber in order to move past and focus on the world title. Jey Uso has to beat Gunther to be world champion, not for himself, but also make Gunther respect him. And then Sami Zayn has to get through Kevin Owens at this Elimination Chamber match. That's the only way he's going to stop him. And then focus, let's say him and Jey now. Now you got that bloodline, your friends, you're cool, a friendly competition for the championship belt. And see where that ends up, because it was a friendly competition when Kevin Owens and Cody went for it, and we saw that Cody had to win that ladder match for the championship belt against Kevin Owens to get his heinous attacks to stop and, beat him in a match for it when he said he didn't want it, and brawl fights and matches, constantly manipulating, getting his head to the point to where Cody had to win a ladder match for the title against Kevin Owens for the attacks to stop. Now he moves on back to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn's going to have to beat him in a regular match, or if they even have to upstake it. And then listen, we've got one more Raw that something could happen before Elimination Chamber to finalize Sami Zayn to get his hands on Kevin Owens. That's the only how he's going to stop the attack. So his career is on the line regardless. So as far as I go, I think Sami's going to get this match against Kevin Owens. And Adam Pearce, as the Raw manager, I see you understanding it. You're looking out for him in his career, but he has to beat Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber for the attacks to stop. Just like Cody had to do at the ladder match at the Royal Rumble for the title. Especially using a legal move, and then he was trying to be your friend, and you were brawl fighting, and he was attacking and mad at everybody. So that's the only way to stop him. That's the only way to get through this. It's not about, I'm going to get him back. No, it's about, you got to look out for yourself one way or another. But the match, it has to happen. So, without that being said, I see Sami Zayn being Kevin Owens, and in this feud off him getting this burden off his back, focus on the world title, which is something that he wanted in his possession, and that's what he's going to do. Showing he's here to stay. He's got to get this Kevin Owens off his shoulder, and then focus on the world title for himself, and I think that's where he's at, and that's what he's going to do as far as that goes for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens feud. Feeding back up from NXT, I think that was 6 or 7 years ago, and now it's building back up in 2025. So, we got 2025 feuds, Flesh Blood, new breakout superstars, a breakout superstar's former NXT champion, two-time current Intercontinental champion who's going to let the dogs out and bark his head off on Monday Night Raw. I'll talk about the one and only Braun Baker getting in the face of Sheamus as our Intercontinental champion, as our new blood, as our breakout star who's got all the dogs barking every time he appears, making a statement, crawl across wherever he's at and when he appears. And he wants to fight night with Sheamus, who's held all the titles except one, showing that fight night, doing them. You got Celtic War and Sheamus doing the workout with our Intercontinental Women's Champion, Laura Martinez. You got him with Penta, our new Lucha Underground Raw secondary king, currently on their workout. You got the Celtic Warrior Sheamus doing a little bit of a workout on his own on that C4 energy, which tastes amazing. Laura Martinez, our Intercontinental Women's Champion, show you how the training does, show you doesn't matter where you come from, everybody can do it. And now Penta, our newest member on Monday Night Raw, also get a workout with Celtic Warrior Sheamus, who's held all the titles, and now he's got a Braun Baker Intercontinental champion here to dominate as the breakout newcomer superstar. But Sheamus still got that juice. Sheamus still has that feud, and he wanted to prove that point across, and he did. But also a new Intercontinental champion, Braun Baker, is not just someone who's just coming in here and fighting a little bit more the way he can choose, showing up and showing out, proving his point across as Intercontinental champion, as a breakout superstar. And now his eyes are on AJ Styles, the phenomenal returning of AJ Styles. He is currently part of Monday Night Raw now. That's where his eyes and his mind and his set is right now. And Braun Baker's got a lot of talent. Braun Baker's done it all. I just got through talking about it. He's not biting off more than what he could chew. He dominated the best he could, using that muscle and that strength. As a future Hall of Famer and legendaries, he's already a past tense. You know, he's got legendaries on his, already got that career for him going, and now he's setting one for himself. An NXT champion, Intercontinental champion, now two-time Intercontinental champion, in the face with Fight Night Sheamus, and now you're a breakout star on Monday Night Raw. You dominating that Royal Rumble for 2025, and now you're focused on the phenomenal AJ Styles that just returned to Monday Night Raw. So right now, Braun Baker's got it on and going for himself, making his own legendary, making his own spot, and making it clear who he is, and basing it off of himself and his career as a superstar. So, without that being said, another breakout superstar. Well, she's been here a while now. She's not a breakout superstar anymore. She is one of a kind superstar. She is a dominated superstar. When you, as J. Cole would say, when you look up the word superstar, you find her name. She always dominates, destructive. She is welcoming to Monday Night Mommy, Rhea, Bloody, Ripley, our women's world champion, because Mommy is always on top, proving that point across to Nia Jax, showing her you can't attack her and get away with that. Just like she did when Nia Jax decided to attack. This is what I mean by she feeds on her opponent or her targeted. Decided to attack Rhea Ripley. And Rhea Ripley wasn't letting any security guards or referees stop her from returning the favor back onto Nia Jax. Nia Jax took a cheap shot. A second time, got kicked out of the ring by Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. Next thing you know, Rhea Ripley beating her for the Women's Championship at Elimination Chamber in her home country with her family, with her friends, with all of us, her fans watching around the world, watching because Mommy is always on top. Showing Nia Jax you ain't going to attack her and get away with it, challenging her for their title match at Saturday main event to handle it once and for all. And now Nia's got her sights on Bayley. She won that match, so I think she feels comfortable right now. And Bayley's got an Elimination Chamber match to focus on. We got Trish Stratus and Tiffany. We got a Stratus time. SmackDown Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton #9. Hall of Famer legendary. 7-time Women's Champion Trish Stratus going to be in her home country in 2 weeks at Elimination Chamber, and it's going to be a Stratus time with her and Tiffany teaming up against Nia Jax in the tag team action that we got going on now, officially at Elimination Chamber. I'm going to love that match. I like seeing like Lita, who broke the record with Trish Stratus, returning to SmackDown. And I enjoyed Tiffany when I seen her a couple times when she was Princess in the Bank and now SmackDown Women's Champion. I told you she was going to be champion by the end of last year. She was a breakout superstar. Speaking of breakouts and talents, I seen her do that, called it out. Love seeing her live, so seeing her and Trish at the Elimination Chamber, that's going to be fun seeing that Stratus time as a tag team. It's different, kind of like when her and Rhea Ripley, I got to see that live, team up, and on the same night, I got to see Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, our tag team champion. Now it's her and Naomi currently right now holding them. She was on the main event, wwelive, before that happened. And then we had Road Dogg, our main eventer, legendary, that was on there. And I had a little bit of everything going on. I want to talk about the women's division breakout start. I had all of them from Raw and SmackDown all on one night. And then I got a double Raw and SmackDown, which is why I seen them in the main event all in one night. So, and I got to see that different technique from Rhea and Tiffany on the same team. Now we get to see that from Stratus, and now we got Tiffany Stratus, our SmackDown champion, and Trish Stratus now. So it's going to be fun seeing Tiffany Stratus and Trish Stratus on the same team in her hometown as a legendary. You getting to work with her, and now that I thought she would have a match with her, but now she gets to be on the same team as her, so that's good too. And as SmackDown Women's Champion, you feel more than confident. Having a legend like that on your team, already getting that opportunity to work with her, who broke the record for women, to be in the wrestling, to hold a title, to be called a superstar, to hold a world championship belt, and be equal to men. Now we get that Stratus in her home country. What better than to have a match, bringing that Stratus time in a tag team action? I think that probably might be the breakout of the night in the headlines, maybe. Besides, of course, we got a lot of feuds going on with like men like Seth freaking Rollins, who got over the Drew McIntyres in the singles action, got that friendship and squash between him and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is focused on handling Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber. Of course, it hasn't been official yet. And Seth Rollins is looking forward to eliminate CM Punk for what happened at the Royal Rumble. Once and for all, we got that going on, and I think CM Punk might be focused on Drew McIntyre's. We got Cena in there, who might be the hero to wipe out Logan Paul, because that's what people want. We got Drew, who's just mad at everybody, and CM Punk probably hates Drew more than Seth Rollins targeting Punk in the Royal Rumble. We got him and Punk talking about John Cena and Punk's 2013 feud, and Cena and Seth Rollins' 2016 feud. We got Cena want to be the hero to walk out Logan Paul, win the Elimination Chamber for the men's to head to WrestleMania. And we got Seth, who will just be satisfied taking care of CM Punk, which will allow him and CM Punk to go in a match at WrestleMania. While John Cena finding his opponent after winning Elimination Chamber, it would be Cody for the SmackDown Championship belt. So that's fresh between him and Cody for the championship belt at WrestleMania. And we also got to see him and like Punk, who's called everybody out, Seth Rollins, who's had hot moments in 2016 with him and Cena with authority. We get to see Seth get his lick back from the Royal Rumble. He's seeing Punk eliminate Seth at Royal Rumble. Now Seth gets his payback, eliminate Punk at Elimination Chamber. Now we got a Punk and Seth Rollins WrestleMania match. I think Seth should win since Punk already run the Raw premiere to be even. And then I think then Cena going against WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. What better than Cody to knock off a legend like John Cena at WrestleMania to boost up his career, but also it'll be tons of respect for Cena in that match. It's going to be a good match, though. That who's been there, who's done it, I won the Elimination Chamber. You go out, at least it's someone like Cody, who has a lot of love and respect, not only for the WWE, for the championship belt, but you'll see a lot of that in this match, though, against John Cena. Cody having respect for him. So what better than a guy like that being you at WrestleMania, who earns it and who deserved it, and who's worked just as hard as you to get his opportunity to be there too. So I think that match is what's starting it up, what's going to be there, what's going to happen in that match. So that's my opinion based on this Raw results and a couple other Raws I threw in there, and Saturday main event, Royal Rumbles I threw in there, Friday Night SmackDown. We have the Royal Rumble, and now towards this past Raw, now we got SmackDown coming up, and Elimination Chamber after one more Raw and SmackDown, and now WrestleMania will be right around the corner. I think that's what it's building up to and what we got and what's going on there. As far as the feuds and the matches are building up. So that's where I see it now. So with all that being said, that is the part one of commentary / reaction of Monday Night Raw. Be sure to take this moment, take this time, watch, like, follow, subscribe if you haven't already, comment on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, add me on right there on these social media platforms. Go ahead and take your time, get a picture of it, visualize it, write it down, screenshot it, whatever it is that you gotta do to get it spelled right, because the only thing that's different is my Snapchat. The rest is the same. So go ahead, take that moment, take that honoree, and get all them watching, like, and subscribing, photos and videos, whatever you gotta do. Act upon those playlists as I show you, like the podcast playlist, the commentary reaction playlist, the album playlist, the reaction, and this commentary / reaction podcast, covering all the Monday Night Raw, everything you need to know, want to know, updation, and more. And of course, like I said, this is a swirl of videos involving all of that. So I took 5-week episode and podcast and even build a little bit more of those towards even the Royal Rumble and this past Raw to Elimination Chamber and even WrestleMania. And even a little bit of an update match. Just so you're not confused on, wait, this is 5 weeks ago, why are you on this already? It's all videos into one since it's so behind, so it can get caught up and updated and where we're at now too. But also not forgetting what happened in the past, so what's happening in the present, to what I think could happen in the future. And we got Royal Rumble passing, now Elimination Chamber focused on, to WrestleMania, including those Raws and SmackDowns and wwelive and main events, what matters to build up to that. So with all that being said, we're going to take a quick breather here. Be sure to follow those platinums, get that going, watch it, enjoy it. Take a quick breather here, switch my outfit, and we're going to head to 4-week commentary / reaction of Monday Night Raw, including main event Saturday and the Royal Rumble, Friday Night SmackDown, Elimination Chamber coming up at WrestleMania, and all that stuff as well. So take a breather here and follow those platinum forms real fast. I'll be back. All right, we are back. Fix my headphones there. All right, we are back with the episode with the commentary / reaction on Monday Night Raw. We did the 5 weeks in the part one, following the social media platinums that you saw in the beginning, and even added a little bit of updates like Elimination Chamber match and towards Elimination Chamber, past Royal Rumble, Friday Night SmackDown, Live NXT, and more, and let you fill in all the blanks for what's been happening, what's been going on. That's why we're getting caught up from 5 weeks ago. Why that makes sense now to even the social media platforms that I updated, including the comics and the playlists that I showed you in the beginning, to watch the other podcast commentary reactions and even comments and videos that I mentioned and the video game I mentioned and updations as well. So now we are into, I was going to put them into different videos, but y'all know it didn't. For some reason it recorded it, but it didn't tell me I needed to update it and restart the laptop until after I recorded it for 5 minutes. I don't know why it didn't tell me that before, but restarted downloading it. It's all good. Got it all episode and caught up on the commentary reaction on that Raw from 5 weeks ago. So, including the Friday Night SmackDown, like wwelive main event, NXT. I even mentioned that, like NXT finished this past weekend. And speaking of NXT, how Roxanne now from NXT is a part of Monday Night Raw with the Bayley situation now. So they can handle that in the Elimination Chamber between Bayley and Roxanne now. And with that being said, that would also bring up Bianca Belair to end this Liv Morgan, and also Naomi just being the icing on the cake. I think that her and Bianca will head out strong for the tag team titles as they are on the line against Liv and Raquel this coming Monday Night Raw before they head into Elimination Chamber. So that's where their focus is right now. I think they'll stay together, but Liv is going to try to stir the pot the best that she can because she's known that she's stuck in a 2-1 situation, 2-on-1 handicap match in Elimination Chamber. So she's got to try to stir it. Like, why can't your friend win, Bianca? You already won, and like she did before with her and Jay trying to stir it up. So that'll be Liv's best strategy to try to get Bianca and Naomi to turn against each other, but it'll only put them as tag team champions against her and Raquel to show they're on the same page and friends, that they're only targeting Liv. That if Naomi gets it, okay, because Bianca's already done it. If Bianca gets it, okay, because Naomi's her friend, she's going to support her. You also got Roxanne can focus her hatred, her chip on her shoulder she's got with Bayley in there as well, who's also part of the friend of Naomi when her and Bianca was going at it. And you also got a feud, like old feud, Alexa Bliss and Bianca too. I was talking about the feuds of the men's going on and towards Elimination Chamber, who I think is going to win toward WrestleMania. We got this feud in the women's matches. I think that Raquel and Liv will get another tag team opportunity against Naomi and Bianca at WrestleMania, even though they're going for the at Raw. Or perhaps after Raw happens, there'll be something that in there, maybe Jade will return to see who attacked her and do that match. We still don't know who attacked her. We got tag team Raw, got a women's chair, got WrestleMania. I don't know who's going to win the women's match. I just know the feuds in the women's match. Now, I already predicted the men's. I think, see John Cena winning it after all his feuds towards WrestleMania. Head towards Cody for the championship belt before he ends his last WrestleMania match. With the women's, I'm not sure. I'll have to watch them as they get eliminated, like as it gets down to like maybe the 2 women. As I watch the match, who I'm going to decide, and I'll make a little side meal or a side comment and be like, oh, I think this is going to win, just so you know. Oh, this is the person I thought was going to win, and don't just mock on who was going to win, or I can just easily put my input when I do my commentary / reaction to. I'll do the Raw and the SmackDown wwelive, but it will be the Raw commentary reaction, the SmackDown, and it will also be Elimination Chamber commentary result, and then the podcast for the week. I'll just simply say who I thought was going to win for the women's. I already know for the men's who I think is going to win, and also give you the updation for the tag team match, like Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton that I was talking about. It's going to be Stratton time in that tag team match. So for the women's, I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm on this side. I know how the feuds are going to work and what they're thinking, as far as that's Liv's best strategy to try to turn them against each other. That is her best strategy right now. But I don't know who's going to win the women's one to face Mommy for the World Women's Championship belt. I mean, it seems like it would be Liv, but we don't want to see her and Liv go at it again since we already seen that. We'd have Io Sky who has a championship opportunity, but I think that's before WrestleMania. So she can't save it and make it a triple threat. So I hate to say it, but they might have Liv win it. But Bianca could eliminate Liv and get some revenge, and it wouldn't make sense for Alexa to go after her because she's on SmackDown unless she's planning on moving back to Raw, or just going against Rhea and Rhea winning, her going back to SmackDown. But it doesn't make sense. She hasn't even had much feud, but she could stir it up now that it would be her and Rhea. And her and Bianca going for it, it's been teasing since they came from NXT. They always been on the same page. They always been friends though. So it would be good seeing maybe Bianca and Rhea going at it, like an NXT match going on at WrestleMania between those two, because, being strong, strained, and outpowering breakout superstars, since they both came from NXT and they always been on the same page, we haven't seen them actually collide against each other yet. So it'd be cool maybe seeing that. That'll be something new and something different that we can see. Maybe Bianca Belair winning it again, and her and Rhea going for the title at WrestleMania. And then, Bianca has the opportunity to go for half the tag team champion, have, women's world champion, just like Bayley has already got the experience. Or we could possibly I think it'll be Bayley winning the Elimination Chamber match. Now that I think of it, because Bayley held Rhea Ripley, but she's been eyeing her title since she's been at it. Like, she wants that title again. She wants to be the front of the cover again. Bayley wants that title again. It's Bayley. Bayley's winning the Women's Elimination Chamber. It won't be Liv Morgan. We don't have to worry about that. It's going to be Bayley and Rhea for that title. Because Bayley has been eyeing that title, looking over her shoulder like, yeah, she's Rhea's friend since Survivor Series. Won that match, and that was really for her and Bianca to get the chip off of her shoulder, showing, hey, Bianca, I got your back, helping her in that match, who obviously couldn't stand even looking at Bayley. Bayley said, and Bianca said, we had our differences. You came through for me. I had your back in the Survivor Series. At this point, Bayley and Bianca's feud is squashed in the Elimination Chamber. Bianca is focused on getting rid of Liv in the Elimination Chamber to get her revenge what happened in that Raw singles action match. And then her and Naomi are cool. They're going to be on the same page. They're friends. They're tag team champs as they focus on that for this coming Raw. Like, Bianca Belair and Naomi, they focus on being tag team women's champion against Raquel and Liv for what happened with Jade Cargill. Bianca getting Liv out of Elimination Chamber, that settles that Raw match between those two. Because Naomi already got her lick. And then her and Bianca, I think, will be cool. But it would cool seeing Alexa Bliss stir it up with Bianca. So yeah, I think Bianca Belair and Naomi, they'll remain tag team champions as far as this upcoming Raw match happen in honor of Jade Cargill against Raquel and Liv Morgan. And Liv's just going to try to stir them against each other, but I think Bianca is only going to drive her to knock Liv off in the singles action. Not only the honor of her friend, but this one just going to be for herself, for what happened in that Raw singles action when Liv got the win. And then Naomi, I think her and Bianca will be on the same page. It'll be a friendly, there's no stirring up between those two. I think they'll be fine because every woman for themselves. And we'll see a little bit of Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair, old frenemies. But I think that Bayley will win the Elimination Chamber, and she's gone to WrestleMania to face Rhea Ripley for the World Women's Championship because she's been eyeing that championship, despite her and Rhea Ripley winning the Survivor Series match. After Survivor Series on the press conference was on the same page. She's haven't had a feud with Rhea yet. Her and Rhea helped, even the odds on Raw together, and they haven't had much feud again, because Bayley had to deal with this Nia Jax, and then Rhea had to deal with this Nia Jax with the women's title at Saturday Main Event, and now Bayley's got an Elimination Chamber opportunity. Now that her and Nia's done, Rhea's, she's done with this whole Liv thing. Now she's focused on the world title at WrestleMania. She made it up to Io, already got this match for her. I think Rhea, right now, she's focused on giving Io Sky, they're friends because she gave you that match by walking out as Women's World Champion. And Io's, she'll be like, we'll be cool, we'll be friends because you did give me that opportunity. I think that Rhea and Io will stay friends after the world title match, and it'll be clean. That's after, Elimination Chamber. And then Rhea will focus WrestleMania, which I think the Women's Elimination Chamber winner will be Bayley because she's been eyeing that title, and we'll start to hear her start talking about it maybe because we don't have much time to her stirring up the feud now. It will be Bayley and Rhea for the Women's World Championship belt at WrestleMania. I can see it right now. I'm telling you right now. So, John Cena for the winner of the men's. Face Cody for the championship belt. He's going to totally give him respect. Bayley, she's winning the Elimination Chamber going after Rhea because she's been eyeing that title. And I think she'll be cool with her after that match, her and Bayley, because they seem like they're friends and they're cool. We'll see how this feud breaks out after Elimination Chamber, but that's my Elimination Chamber pick for the men's and the women's and who title they're going after and what's going to happen in Elimination Chamber with these feuds going on. Towards these Raw and SmackDowns will have a feud before WrestleMania and ending it and even after WrestleMania. Yeah, it'll be Bayley winning the women's elimination chamber, and she's going after the title for Rhea because she's been eyeing that title of Rhea on her shoulder. Rhea didn't notice it because she's standing behind her. I mean, yeah, she's Rhea Ripley. You don't want to poke the bear too much. Yeah, but Rhea Ripley is not stupid either. And she had a lot of things on her mind. She's got to settle this with Io, make sure they're friends and they're cool, but also she's women's champion no matter who it is. Mommy is always on top, whether you like it or not. And Io, I think that she'll be friends and she's cool with Rhea. She wasn't really mad at her. She was just upset at the fact of what happened. And I think they'll be cool and they'll be friends after this championship out and squash that. And then Rhea can focus at WrestleMania, which I think Bayley's winning the match and she's going after Rhea for that title because she's been eyeing it. So that Hell in the Cell right there. And speaking of Saturday main event, like we was talking about Nia, like Bayley had to get over this Nia. Now she's got the Women's Chamber. Rhea had to get over Nia now. She's got Io in the way right now. She's got this friendship to squash at WrestleMania. I think Bayley has a clear path to win. I think Bianca would just feel better just wiping Liv out of the picture. I think Naomi would feel better just the fact that her and Naomi, her and Bianca will still be tag team women's champions. So, and Bianca's already won it. You'll have some kind of tag team match maybe with Liv and Raquel. Even though it's happened on Raw, I think that Bianca and Naomi will defend those titles. Either if they're doing it on Raw, there's something going to happen. Naomi maybe being stuck in the middle, or Bianca stuck in the middle. Whoever attacked Jade between Raquel and Liv and Bianca and Naomi, and then maybe we'll see Jade come back after the tag team match on Raw and at their Elimination Chamber. That'll just make her feel good. Just get her to Liv in the meantime, stay on the same page, staying tag team partners, and towards WrestleMania, it's going to have something to do with all of them, like whether it's a tag match or a singles action, them just getting involved, or some interaction like interference or a tag match or a singles action or just being stuck in the friendship. Depends on who attacked Jade, and that's where it's going to take place. That maybe we'll have like Naomi having the back of Bianca Belair, since she is the original tag team champions. She would help Jade Cargill against Liv and Raquel, who attacked at WrestleMania. And Naomi will just be there to support them because she is friends with both of them. I think that's where it's going to lead to. Everybody's stirring up. I thought that maybe it could be Naomi, and she could be going back to that feud because she's tired of being overlooked and doing the amount of work but not getting enough opportunities. And then maybe it could have been Bianca because we saw that little NXT Bianca Belair coming out. So it was all up in the air why. That's my opinion on why it would be Naomi or Bianca. At this point, I think Bianca Belair and Naomi, they're on the same page. They're working as tag team champions against Liv and Raquel and Honor of Jade on Raw, and nothing's going to stop them. I know that Liv's going to try to stir it up against them, and I think Bianca's not going to live at Elimination Chamber. That'll make her feel much better. And maybe Naomi will, show Bianca, hey, you won this before. I got an opportunity, and I don't think Bianca Belair would take any hard feelings because she won it, because it is her friend. I don't think that she'll get into a feud. Like, one of them is going to have to go, one of them is going to have to stay. But I don't think that it's going to be a big feud or a big issue. I think it's going to take maybe Jade returning on SmackDown and revealing who actually attacked her, and we'll see like Naomi just supporting Bianca and Jay take on Liv and Raquel for the tag team titles at WrestleMania for attacking them. I think that's what we're seeing here as far as Elimination Chamber for them, involving all these women and towards WrestleMania. And then that'll give the opportunity after Alexa Bliss, she bring up this feud. She's supposed to be going on SmackDown with the Wyatt Sixes over there. We'll see what happens with that. And we got Bayley. I think she's going to WrestleMania after Elimination Chamber win to face Rhea for the women's title championship belt, which Rhea already got Io in their friendship. It could be locked down after this match before that, so Rhea can focus at WrestleMania. I think Io would definitely still support her. So that's what's going on, I think, between these Raws and SmackDowns and feuds and Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania now. to where we're at currently. It makes perfectly good sense. At first, I was kind of like, I don't know, but it makes sense now. And then with CM Punk, Seth wants to get rid of CM Punk. What happened at Royal Rumble? CM Punk and Seth, they'll take their match to WrestleMania. John Cena's going against Cody for the championship, so he can earn his way to WrestleMania, because a lot of guys wasn't happy that he didn't earn his way in the Elimination Chamber. He's all about earning respect, so he's going to earn it and not just get it handed to him, especially with the title on the line. And Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. Logan Paul is kind of like the guy I think everyone's going to hate on, and Drew just hates everybody. So he's going to be like the liveliest of the match. And Logan Paul's like, hey, you can hate me, but you got to respect the talent. Logan Paul has put in work. Been in the ring with Roman Reigns. Been in the ring with Seth Rollins. He's going to be in this Elimination Chamber for the second time. He's been in the ring with Randy Orton. He's going to be in the ring with John Cena and Seth again and CM Punk. He's been calling out everybody because CM Punk's never been one to be quiet on the mic. If he feels something, he thinks something, he's going to say it. So, and Seth, you know where his head's at. He already said it on after Raw went off air. He already said where his head at, which we already knew that he was coming after Punk after that Royal Rumble. Like, we all knew that wasn't over. He wants to get that payback, and he will. I think Punk's got the best of him to prove his point, but Seth's going to get his payback to prove that he's still one of the best around here, too, and been holding it down all these years, too. So I think that's where it's going to take it, and then we'll have that CM Punk and Seth match at WrestleMania. I told you, if you watch this, I'm right about this Elimination Chamber men and women match, about these feuds going on, about who's going to win. I'll do another Elimination Chamber prediction, like on the day of Elimination Chamber and the results and the comment. I'll do a podcast talking about it after it, and I'll do WrestleMania prediction and results, including the rival press conference of that Elimination Chamber, and currently at Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania, which will be in May, which Monday Night Raw will be in my hometown, and I will be there live, so it makes sense. We'll have all that caught up by the time that happens, and I'll be a Monday Night Raw live in my hometown. So with all that being said, be sure to, if you haven't seen it in the beginning, be sure to watch, like, follow, and subscribe, and add to Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Check out Page's story highlights. Like I said, I got the Super Bowl on there. I got the Global Awards on there. I love drinking and enjoying the Super Bowl, eating and dancing, enjoying Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter and Billie Eilish at the awards. I love the nomination, being nominated and well deserved for our queen, Ariana Grande, on the interviews, and Jimmy Kimmel. And she earned the Oscar nomination, finally getting the respect she deserved. Not only like that she's already gotten the singing, but now she's getting that respect in the acting. Now we get to see that more of herself and not having to play someone else. So now she gets to be comfortable in her own shoes. We get to laugh. We get to see the Ariana Grande we know, like sweet Ariana herself, and not pound the makeup. We can see her laugh and crack some jokes and feel comfortable in her own shoes, her own body. Not have to put red hair to be someone else. She's her natural self. She's funny. She's intelligent. It makes her comfortable to be able to crack those jokes and have a lot of fun with it on these interviews and podcasts that we've been seeing and radio shows since the Wicked movie. I told you that was like the best movie I ever seen, the Wicked movie, and that's why. Love seeing Ariana Grande nominated for Oscar, and I hope I get to see her open it. Like, I don't usually watch the movie stuff. I like watching shows and movies and anime, but I usually don't like watching the awards of it. I just find out, updates and highlights of it. But if Ariana Grande is going to be there, I'm definitely going to have to watch the Oscars, so it'll be an experience for me to watch it, what I think, and if she wins it, and, we see her there, what's going to happen with that. And the Wicked movie, I wanted to mention that because we had great things and opportunities. I was talking about social media platinums updates, and I shared that, so that's why I was talking about the Oscar awards and movies and shows, and I was talking about the Super Bowl and the awards and stuff. It just added up to that, like on my Instagram, I just posted pictures and updates, on my story and platinum and highlights of it. We also was talking like Saturday, we got main event, Jey Uso on Saturday main event. I was talking about he pushed Gunther to his limits. I see him, who was the MVP of 2023, who won the Royal Rumble this year. I think he's winning that world title against Gunther at WrestleMania, and Gunther can feel that in coming in. That's why he's giving Jey such a hard time, not because he was disrespecting him. I think he's fearing that Jey Uso is going to beat him for that title at WrestleMania. and he'll have to respect Jey Uso whether he likes it or not. And talk about Hall of Famers and legendaries in the business of the Raw premiere of Netflix. I was talking about Hall of Famers. Let's talk about legendaries also with the main event Saturday taking in place on the commentary with Jones as a part of that commentary as well. And now we got Justin Porter, and now we got this whole situation switched up now. Now we got the J. Cole and Pat McAfee on the Raw commentary. We got Jones and Wade Bear on the SmackDown commentary. Now we got the Raw commentary set, the SmackDown commentary set. We got main event legendaries like Jess coming in here for when we do main event Saturday, which I think that by far the San Antonio, Texas was definitely by far the best main event that we had. And then the following was just great because the one before that, it was okay, but it was a little bit shaky with the Saturday main event being back. Now it's on task. Same with these Raw on Netflix, just getting updates like the time. We got, Nia Jax being dominator and the structure, this type of commentary team, J. Cole and Pat McAfee on the Raw. And we talked about our women's world champion showing up and showing out. Our women's world champion, Rhea Ripley, remaining as mommy's always on top. Ending Nia Jackson, now focused on Io Sky, giving her the opportunity, but also having her eyes out who wins Elimination Chamber towards WrestleMania. And what better than bringing back our original announcer, who I think is one of the best announcers, literally getting focused and showing up and showing out. I got the variety talking about legendaries. Let's talk about Mark Henry, that's been there, done it, and doing it now, just having fun, enjoying his style. We got the new song by Mark Henry as well. Whoever thought Mark Henry was a rapper along with the legendary wrestling skills and the Giants. Talk about Giants and skills, winning all the championship belts. Talk about the Celtic War, the Great White Shark, Sheamus showing up and showing out, making a statement, pointing across. And he's won all the titles except one, but still doing the workout and trainings. We see him do it with Lara Vickers, our Intercontinental Women's Champion, who has a match opportunity with Dakota Kai coming up. We see him do it with our newest member of Monday Night Raw, a second King Lucha Underground, because Rey Mysterio's the first, and that would be Penta. I just seen that workout today in the one for Lara a few weeks ago. The Penta ones from today, seen Sheamus on the C4 Energy doing his own. And our Intercontinental Champion. Talk about legendaries, sending down a future Hall of Famer, legendary badass like Braun Baker, letting all the dogs out to our current Hall of Famer, legendary Shawn Michaels. Stirring up some feud and contracts going on here at that time between, it was Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. I was talking about how Kevin Owens just kept constantly attacking Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes was trying to be friends and have his back until Kevin Owens kept getting his face. And of course, Cody wasn't going to take any disrespect. He tried to talk to you. You physically attacked him. He attacked you back. He won the title. You said you didn't want that title match. Now you do a legal move to him because he beat you at Saturday main event. So it took Cody Rhodes winning that ladder match after Royal Rumble, after your legal move, after winning the championship at that main event, and you attacking him with that legal move. He had to beat you in the Royal Rumble because you just won't stop taking shots and attacking him with these matches. No matter, Kevin Owens is the one that kept lurking, kept bucking at him. Cody Rhodes, as the champion, had to walk out of that ladder match as champion in order to end these attacks from Kevin Owens, from him doing something really bad or terrible towards him. And we're talking about the monster of a man, Braun Strowman on SmackDown. Speaking of SmackDown feuds, I think that him, Priest, and Cody Rhodes going against the Bloodline in a 6-man match would look really cool in a 6-tag team action on Friday Night SmackDown with this werewolf, this Dominator, who I see coming a champion at the end of this year. Jacob Fatu, not taking any crap at anybody, showing up, throwing out, dominating, and destructing breaking down any walls that he can. And he is, and he did. And now I bring main event Jay. So, speaking of Bloodline, still blood on main event Jay. So Monday Night Raw, I feel him closing in on the world title for Gunther at WrestleMania. And that's what bothered Gunther so much, is that he sees his title for once coming to an end. Usually he's confident, he looks over and down his opponent. I think he's just constantly trying to take shots and attack Jey. So maybe he does disrespect him, but because he sees it coming to an end, of course, Jey knocking him on his butt, showing him, you ain't going to disrespect me, I'm here to stay. Being former Intercontinental Champion, winning the Royal Rumble, I see Jey winning that world title against Gunther at WrestleMania, yeeting his way to the top, got that close, and it's going to be main event Jey Uso time at WrestleMania, and Gunther sees that. And that's what bothers Gunther so much. That's what gets under his skin. That finally your title, after 4 years, Intercontinental World Champion, is coming to an end. And it's going to be no other than main event Jey Uso, someone that, ain't supposed to be here, ain't supposed to do this, that, is doing it. Once again, proving history wrong, right? You had this undefeated Roman Reigns, and then Jey Uso defeated him. You got Big J, we got Big Jimmy, right? Now Little J can do it himself, beating him at WrestleMania. You got main event Jay not being the right man and outside of the bloodline now here on Monday Night Raw. Every time he comes into place, they all eating with him because he's such an impact. He's a former Intercontinental champion. He's a Royal Rumble winner. He's going to put some respect on Gunther's name, and now Gunther got to respect him, knocking him on his butt 2 different times. Letting him know, you ain't going to disrespect me. You ain't going to come at me like that. You ain't going to attack me and get away with it, beating him up. You ain't going to cheap shot him with these words hitting him, knock on your butt. And also this past Monday Night Raw, Jey Uso is ready to take that World Championship belt off of Gunther shoulder once and for all at WrestleMania. It's going to be main event Jey Uso time. Yeet, and you can yeet on that. That's what's going to happen. That's what Gunther sees this at. That's what his issue is, his main visual is. So that's the commentary / reaction Monday Night Raw. From 5 weeks ago, commentary reaction Monday Night Raw. You can check out the playlist. I showed you that commentary reaction. It's WWE commentary reaction because you got Raw, you got SmackDown, you got just did main event Saturday. You got a little bit of NXT. I don't do much of that, but Raw and SmackDown and shout outs and updates like 2K 2025 updates on the video game I was talking about is on there just to celebrate it. And you got this commentary like reaction on Monday Night Raw, like right here, like this Drew McIntyre I was talking about, just hating everybody, want to destroy everybody, and that's where his mind is in this Elimination Chamber match. But maybe he's focused on CM Punk, but he could also be focused because since he beat him in Hell in a Cell, he also could be focused on Seth since he beat him last when they fought on Monday Night Raw. So it could be a lot of swirls going up there. Seth Rollins' main focus, he's coming after CM Punk. He already said that from the Royal Rumble to now Elimination Chamber. Got our world champion Gunther out there. Seth Rollins is showing up, showing out, winning his way to Elimination Chamber. Another Elimination Chamber win for Seth Rollins. Gunther's got business with his world title with Jey Uso. And Logan Paul, being one of the most hated superstars right now. I mean, he shows the talent. He works out. He trained, been in the ring, like I said, with Roman Reigns, with Randy Orton. Now he's going to be in there with John Cena, with Seth Rollins. He's been there, been a former United States champion, drinking the prime, beat legends like Rey Mysterio. And now he's in the Elimination Chamber for a second time in his career, back-to-back. So he worked out. He trains. You see the high-flying moves. You see him in there with legendaries and wrestlers. Through Raw and SmackDown with the matches, whether it's a win, whether it's a title, whether you may not like him on the mic or whatever. But he shows up and shows out. He shows that talent that Logan Paul definitely has that talent, definitely has that superstar talent that deserves. He's not just somebody that came and thought it was going to be easy, disrespecting it. Like he actually puts in the work out, the training and the work. And Logan Paul earned to be here as a WWE superstar on Raw, just like these other WWE superstars. And he didn't use like a platinum for like, I'm a YouTuber, I can just come in here and make it easy. He actually put the work in as a WWE superstar. And whether you like it or not, he earned it, he deserved it. You got the CM Punk now going on, calling out everybody. Got the John Cena feud from 2013. Got him and Seth Rollins, the recent feud. You got probably he hates Drew the most because he involved his family. So I think that's where it's leading up to. We're going to see how CM Punk throws down everybody in there. A lot of tensions and a lot of feuds going on. I think this men's match this year is probably the hottest Elimination Chamber because you got a lot of feuds going on in there. You got these men who hate each other, who's got feud against each other, like the most feud between these last 2 years, let alone taking it way back a few years before that. Stuck in this box. No disqualifications. Can beat the hell out of each other. No countouts. No pinfalls or submission, only in the middle of the ring to eliminate them. All just hating each other and beating the living hell out of each other. We're going to witness just stuck in a cage, hating and just beating the hell out of each other, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, beating each other up, tearing each other down. They won't be the same when they walk out of this match. They won't be the same. That's for sure. So this men's match is going to take over this year. I already made my women and men's. John Cena for the men's Royal Rumble winner. For the Elimination Chamber winner. And I see Bayley winning the women's Elimination Chamber towards more WrestleMania. You have this tag team action that was showing up, showing out. We got JD who's injured and out. Some broken ribs. He survived that head trauma. He definitely showed why he's former tag team champion. All the high flying moves he showed up, and him and Dominic probably did the best match that the Judgment Day has had in a tag team or action. Like, really impressed to see that JD, he may be injured, but he did a hell of a tag team match. The reason why I like watching tag team matches. Flying over there, now you got Dominic and the Judgment Day just holding it down. Best they can. You got Liv and Raquel focus on the tag team, which titles is coming Monday. You got everybody in the building. That's what I was talking about. You got a Rhea Ripley fan. Little Yachi wasn't better than me. And I got my little freestyle that I made for Rhea Ripley, specifically my favorite women's wrestler, because Mommy's always on top of women's world champion. You got a 1-chain, you got a 2-chain. Legendary rappers there. With the songs and the rapping and the freestyles that we hear, like at a pay-per-view, like the Royal Rumble, or you see them performing. Everyone likes WWE. Like I talk about rappers on WWE. Football players, UFC fighters, wrestlers themselves, the world and the universe focus. Everyone loves world wrestling entertainment. And it's big and it's huge. Got the Raw on Netflix, got the SmackDown on the Fox with all the sports. You got NXT Avengers that just passed. You got Elimination Chamber in less than 2 weeks. And now you got this main event this Saturday, and that's just icing on the cake, bringing back the legendary. And talk about tag teams, right? Let's talk about Austin Theory and Krazy, former Raw SmackDown, former World SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Coming from NXT, World SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They've been all up and down the tag team on NXT, stirring up things, making them think they hate each other, but turn the tables and, taking these shots in the tag team match with a lot and stirring up the crowd. They've been on SmackDown, they've been on Raw, and now they've been currently just back-to-back on NXT. Let's talk about the A-Town down there. With Austin Theory and Krazy bringing that Theory effect in the tag team division on SmackDown as a World Tag Team Champions, remaining as such over the Judgment Day, the War Raiders. Show it up and show it out, and still remaining as tag team champions as such. And let's talk about, we talked about the new Mirror Penta beating these two men, like Lawrence in the singles action, Butch in the singles action, and the other one, including this distraction like after the Brawl fights, and just did his workout with the Celtic Warrior Sheamus that I was talking about. That's why he's the second King Lucha Underground, dominating his first Royal Rumble match with the Hall of Fame legendary who is the King of Lucha Underground, like Rey Mysterio, nothing but love and respect between them. Then you got this New Day that even JBL couldn't agree with what the New Day did to Big E, but they enjoyed their feud and they filled their right in this heel turn tag team for them. Rey Mysterio knocking off his was knocking off Kofi in a singles action. They attack him. LWO, of course, coming to the defense of Rey Mysterio, not letting anybody disrespect him physically, mentally, or emotionally. And then, so you thought he was going to stay quiet, Gunther, while you ran your mouth. He showed you not doing your butt. You don't disrespect his move. When you was running your mouth with a bloody lip, he showed you don't disrespect him with words or action. And Laura Karen got an Intercontinental Women's Champion. Iris get knocked out of the picture. She made her statement across. She's out there in the arena. I just seen her with the World Gun Trainings a couple weeks ago I was talking about. Got an opportunity against Dakota Kai to remain as Intercontinental Women's Champion as such. I got to meet and talk to her. Not only at a live event, I got to interact with her, and I was really impressed with her and Becky Lynch working out training, but also I got to talk to her for I think it was 45 minutes to an hour at a hotel out there at Raw event, seeing her work out and train like Becky Lynch, giving her the charisma on Monday Night Raw, and she's a breakout star coming from NXT. And now she's Intercontinental Women's Champion, and we're cheering with her. And before she became that, I got to talk to her for a good 45 minutes, and she really gave me the charisma to work out and train as the individual for my own career and my own journey as well. Really cool girl to talk to, really sweet, really go getter, and I see her as Intercontinental Women's Champion. She earned it, she deserved it. I see her remaining as such over Dakota Kai, and I really enjoyed having that conversation with her and really talking to her, along with Liv and Raquel, who I seen live at the Raw. I think Bianca Belair and Naomi already know is glow. It's the EST. It's the glowest time to remain tag team champions, and ain't nobody gonna stir up their friendship against each other. Meanwhile, watching that Elimination Chamber match after the Io Sky, I think Rhea Ripley will remain friends with Io Sky, and she's got a world championship opportunity focused on who's going to win this Elimination Chamber versus Mommy for the world championship, which I think will be Bayley, who was in her face there, see? Even though they won that Survivor Series match, and she was looking over her shoulder when they evened up the odds, if you didn't see that. Talk about her and Io being on the same page, Rhea and her being friends. Talk about the streamer, like I was talking about streamers like it, you know, like in this wrestling match. We got our breakout superstar, Penta. We got our own team, the original Tribal Chief. On the 2025 cover, we got the legendary. I was talking about the whole back and forth with Sami Zayn showing the heart, that numbers don't matter. He's always got the heart against Drew McIntyre, and now he's got the heart going against this bitter Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn determined to do that elimination chair like Cody for a champion, had to do the same thing. And CM Punk in the elimination chamber, just like he called everybody out the Royal Rumble, showing up and showing out. I think that brings to these matches now. That's what built it up. That's what built up the feuds. That's what's going on right now. And that's where we're at as far as Raw and SmackDown Live NXT. I'm just involved in NXT because Austin Theory and Best Friday has been on NXT in the tag team match with NXT Vengeance. And then we had the commentary on Raw this past reaction. And then we had that main event I was talking about, the shout out to SmackDown. And we had the Royal Rumble that I've been mentioning, the Royal Rumble towards the Elimination Chamber, which of course would allow the Royal Rumble and the social media platinums that I was talking about, the watch, the like, the follow, subscribe, and all the good things. If you didn't see it before, you definitely can see it now, because I was going to put these into different parts, but kind of just keeping it up and keep it going. And Mommy's always on top as our World Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley, enjoying her personal life outside of the ring. I can't wait. I want to see Mommy, our World Women's Champion, on the last Raw next week to remain as such. You know, her and Io Sky got this match going on, but her eyes obviously on who's going to win Elimination Chamber and challenge her with Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Bayley getting over this Nia Jax, focused on Elimination Chamber. I think Bayley's next in line for a title match against Rhea at WrestleMania. I think Liv and Raquel need to focus on Bianca and Naomi. They're going to try to turn them against each other for the titles, as they know they're both in Elimination Chamber. That's Liv's best strategy since she has a 2-on-1 situation here. You got my workouts I was talking about updating. You got my trainings I was talking about. Do the social media platinums I was talking about funny in it, and also did some videos on there. You got our officially, who's been over, Hall of Famer, legendary. Now he's official Hall of Famer, our CEO, Triple H, a part of the Hall of Famer induction, and former world multiple champion, King of the Ring, tag team champion. Now he's a legendary. He's officially a part of the Hall of Famer, our CEO, Triple H. Well earned and well deserved. A little bit of specs. I'll talk about this Netflix, bringing in the Squid Game, bringing in the Hots for Rhea and CM Punk, enjoying that Squid Game on the Raw, to now Monday Night Raw is the #1 show on Netflix. And I think role model is really coming out of Bayley. As she did that at the Royal Rumble, she's the back-to-back Royal Rumble winner, 2-time Royal Rumble winner. She's focused on this match. She's going to win Elimination Chamber for the women's title at WrestleMania. I talked about hot and fun things going on with the fragrancy. I was talking about the glowing oranges. I was talking about the Wicked movie, and I was excited for Miss Ariana Grande, our Queen Ariana Grande, getting that match, getting an opportunity to show up and show out, be herself, be confident, have fun, enjoy herself, and we get to see that in the movie. And now nominated for an Oscar, which is a big thing apparently in the acting business. Well earned and well deserved. All over the radios, all over these interviews, all over these, exclusive red carpets and photo shots. I mean, Got to keep up. We got Ariana all over ready for this award. Let's get on down. Knowing how I'm going to watch Oscar awards is if she's going to be there. Speaking of fun, excitement, awards, let's talk about the legendary. The Undertaker getting the award, the honor to be on the legendary, represented by Rhea Ripley, a badass, as Women's World Champion, to another badass, got represented, got the pat on the back from the Undertaker at Raw premiere, who's going to be on the legendary cover. The Undertaker and Rhea got to be a part of that with Bianca Belair. That legendary. Let's talk about the can't have Royal Rumble without mommy. Answering the fan questions and the meet and greet on the timeout for the kickoff. You got Big E there on the commentary. You got Gunther, world champion, who like I said, hold on to that title tight because it's gonna be Jey Uso who won that Royal Rumble. You got Seth Rollins, who's a former Royal Rumble. You got CM Punk, who's experienced in the Royal Rumble. You got Bayley back-to-back Royal Rumble winner. You got tag team with champ Bianca and Naomi. Like I said, it's a friendly between them when they're both in the Royal Rumble. I don't think it'll change when they're in the Elimination Chamber either. Got OTC, original Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, the front cover now runs. You got legendaries. Let's talk about the commentary team, the announcer team, the wrestling team. Let's talk about former managers like Stephanie McMahon in there. Let's talk about commentary team and how everyone plays a part in the career, making the business, making World Wrestling Entertainment for us. You got Io Sky talking about for the Women's World Championship against Rhea Ripley. You got Liv Morgan, who I think, like I said, her best strategy is to try to put them against each other into this match. I don't know why it's so bright. It's not really showing up. I don't know if you can see it now. Her picture looking really, really bright for some reason. You got Roxanne, who can handle her feud that she has with Bayley. For some reason, she's got this feud with Bayley. You got Lara here, our Intercontinental Women's Champion, focused to remain at South Dakota. You got a United States Champion, Chelsea World. Bianca Belair, Naomi, a tag team women's champion. Irene getting knocked out of the picture. Who was trying to stir up a breakout superstar. Once upon a time, Zoe Starks, who worked with the Hall of Fame legendary Trish Stratus. So I was talking about her now. Her and Tiffany in tag team action, who got to be a part of that on Raw. You got Lashley there. You got some NXT. Some out there and Grayson Rowe in the NXT now in the tag team business. You got Shannon Blazer on there. You got some wwelive on there. You got bringing back the Raw and SmackDown. You got some feuds going on all between this Royal Rumble. And as you see, I'm doing it. You got Trish Stratus being entered into the Royal Rumble, and now got tag team action in our home country. Got mentioned, you got the return of Alexa Bliss, which was a big pop, and now she's in the Elimination Chamber of the SmackDown brand. You got Zelina Vega, who's also part of the SmackDown Queen of the Ring Tag Team Champion. And like I said, you're bringing in NXT, you're bringing in Raw all together. You got Trish Stratus, you got Raquel and the tag team titles going at it for her and Bianca. You got Nia, who's this powerhouse, but Charlotte Flair, the winner of the Royal Rumble for the women's division. You got legendaries like Kurt Angle watching on the sidelines, bringing everybody up to date. You got Drew McIntyre, is bitter for the men's. That was the women's elimination chamber. And now the women's Royal Rumble. Charlotte Flair focused on Tiffany for the SmackDown Women's Champions belt at WrestleMania. Tiffany with the legendary Trish Stratus at Elimination Chamber tag team match first before she heads against Charlotte for her title at WrestleMania. You got Drew McIntyre, you got Sami Zayn, who always has the fight no matter what the numbers say. You got Motorsport, former tag team breakout titles, who earned it when they first broke out on SmackDown as world champions. You got Tommaso and Johnny, your current tag team champions. And I don't understand when we got this feud going on, this heel turn now. It looks like for the Street Profits. You got a heel turn, you got Stormline there, you got legendaries there. And you got Rick Steiner. This is what I was talking about. Rick Steiner being a legendary, making his own legendary as Intercontinental Champion, Rob Danker. And now you got no other than Rob Van Dam. Talk about classics. That's what I was talking about then and now. Forever keeping the classics and legendary into the present and future. ECW into the Raw and SmackDown. You got Kevin Owens, who's got this feud now with Sami Zayn. You got Cody Rhodes, our champion. Have to remain as such over Kevin Owens to end that once and for all as our champion, Cody Rhodes. And that's what I was talking about. Is Cody Rhodes is our champion to end that against once and for all. And now doing that against Kevin Owens as far as that goes. That's where now you have it. Kevin Owens got this focus with Sami Zayn bringing that feud back. You got Rey Mysterio in there, a Hall of Famer, Royal Rumble winner. You got Pentai, a second legendary to another legendary. I see them working in the tag team soon on Raw. You got Camille in there. You got talk about breakout stars and talents throughout. You got Braun Baker, Intercontinental Champion. You got James showing up and showing out. You got Big Jim. You got Jacob Fontaine, who played a big strength part, dominated part in there. You got Drew McIntyre, the former Royal Rumble. You got Jey Uso, the current men's Royal Rumble. You got John Cena, who I see winning the Elimination Chamber this year towards WrestleMania. And he ended up with main event Jey Uso, like I said, was going to win the 2025. No matter how many times you try to say it was the other guy, I told you it was main event Jey Uso because it's the time. And it's about time he get his respect and he's damn sure getting it instead of being so close and then taking it away from him. He's getting what he earns and what he deserves. He's been here long enough, 14 years, doing something for himself now, doing something outside his family, outside his friend, trying to do something for himself, and I think he's captured that world championship belt against Gunther. That would handle the commentary and the reaction of Monday Night Raw. From 5 weeks ago, the floor commentary / reaction of Monday Night Raw, it's a Saturday main event to the Royal Rumble, to shout-outs. I even involved NXT, wwelive, and the rest of, even this current up to this week's SmackDown, shout-outs and results, and of course the Platinums. I told you where to follow and subscribe, and the NXT Vengeance I talked about the Royal Rumble and now Elimination Chamber to now even adding a little bit of WrestleMania updates. So now we're on the few weeks ago commentary / reaction to Monday Night Raw. So this is where it gets sticky. This is where I was talking about those feuds then and now building up to. This is what I was talking about, how you can build it up. This is the Monday Night Raw, but I did do a Monday Night Raw comment. Hang on just 1 second here. This looks like just the photos of it. But I know that I did the commentary to it and the results. Lord Krazy being this breakout superstar and Pentai defeating Lord Krazy in the singles action, doing the same thing to Dutch and them kind of going against each other with him and Pete Dunne. And Krazy looks like they got a singles action against each other. Pentai outbreaks both of them in singles action, here to stay as a Lucha Underground secondary king on Monday Night Raw. It's got it worked out with the Celtic World Championship. You got this feud, talk about Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, our women's world champion, just stirring it up a little bit. Once upon a time, Charlotte brags about beating Rhea Ripley when she was a rookie, but Rhea Ripley beat you last when you were in the ring with each other for the championship belt, and now she's our second-time women's world champion. You're going over the tippy time for the SmackDown Women's Championship belt at WrestleMania. And Rhea Ripley always showing why mommy is always on top as our World Women's Champion and not letting Charlotte forget that. Or getting her hands on Raquel for attacking her, or bring it up to Charlotte as she's World Women's Champion to WrestleMania and giving Io Scott an opportunity for a title shot. And including this past week, she was there backstage though, and she did. Mommy's always on top of our World Women's Champion. Tiffany, I think she could beat Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship belt and remain at WrestleMania. And, Charlotte's looking past her, but I think Tiffany's going to show her she can remain champion at WrestleMania and prove Charlotte wrong after, of course, her and Trish Stratus get to this tag team action. So I see that happen. I see that going on. You got main event Jey Uso. This is what I was talking about. Jey Uso becomes world champion. Friendly competition between him and Sami Zayn for the world championship belt. And Karen Cross is trying to get in everybody's head and mind through Raw, kind of like Drew does on SmackDown, everybody. Trying to play that mind game. And of course, this New Day just not, they're proud of what they did. They're proud of where they at. Rey Mysterio taking on them in singles action, not only for himself, but protect the Biggie. LWO not letting them get away with that. I see a tag team coming up now. Or, of course, attacking Rey Mysterio, who, he'll be back though on Raw soon enough. That it was lucky enough a minor injury, been coming back, of course, defending his honor in the meantime though. And you got Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. This is what I was talking about, them working together in Survivor Series, being on the same page of getting attacked by Liv Morgan and Raquel, attacking them out of the picture, blindsiding them. Of course, this was time of Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Like, he's already beaten both the New Day. He didn't have to feel bad about that tag team, and LWO for defending his honor and injury. You got Logan Paul, who may be most hated, but he's in the Elimination Chamber again, and you're going to be drinking that prime. I see Bayley winning. She's going to get that feud with her and Roxanne, who has that spark against her for some reason. In this Elimination Chamber match, has been all over NXT and the matches in there, and I see her winning that Elimination Chamber. You got Velvet Kings. I see her being Intercontinental Champion, remaining as such against Dakota Kai. She spoke up and spoke out. Looks like she was getting a little bit irritated, which is something we haven't seen from Lara. And as Intercontinental Women's Champion, she remains as such. I see that happening on Raw against Dakota Kai. And Io Sky, of course, understanding Rhea was just helping you out against Liv and Raquel and not letting them attack them and get away with it. Who want you to stir that problem up? Liv is good at stirring it up, attacking y'all, making you mad at each other. Of course, Rhea Ripley, even up the odds, you don't attack mommy and get away with it. And that referee wasn't doing anything about it, so she had to take matters into her own hand. Io Sky said, I know Rhea was just looking out for me, just mad at the situation. Rhea, only even up the odds, wasn't even about getting revenge. You can understand that. Getting Io that match as her friend, having her back. A World Tag Team Champions, the Viking Raiders, against the Judgment Day, who's been obsessed with the title since they lost it. War Raiders show up and show out remaining champions over the Judgment Day. And as Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions remaining as such. The phenomenal AJ Styles' newest member now, a part of Monday Night Raw, winning the singles action, outsmarting Braun Baker. Looks like he has an Intercontinental Championship opportunity. And no other than Seth freaking Rollins showing he's still the man around here, beating that match of Drew McIntyre's. We had a problem with it. Focusing on CM Punk at the Elimination Chamber now. He's an Elimination Chamber qualifier. To now, as CM Punk and Sami Zayn have that respect to winning his Elimination Chamber before, and Seth Rollins just currently won his. He had this Drew McIntyre situation. Sami Zayn focused on the world title. Now Sami focused on this Kevin Owens, attacking him once again. Once again, bringing up that feud. Once again, having a chip on his shoulder. Some reason, some why. Don't know why. Why he's even, I understand. And just like the chip on the shoulder for the New Day, thinking they're right for doing what they did to Big E. And, Rey Mysterio just sticking up for Big E and himself and his New Day, doing sticking up for him in honor of his injury, letting the New Day know you're not going to get away with that. You got Punk just calling up everybody to the Royal Rumble. Now he's ready to feud that up. He's going to see him and John Cena and CM Punk and Drew with the feud with CM Punk going. I think Seth is looking forward to eliminating him for the match. That's the only thing he's focused now that he got rid of Drew McIntyre's. He was on his shoulder. He won the Elimination Chamber qualification match. Got that off of his chest to show he's still one of the best around here. He showed up and showed out only like Seth Rollins can do. High flying class, athleticism, one of a kind. And now he's got to get the Punk off his shoulder in the Elimination Chamber. Got to get this CM Punk situation off of his shoulder, and that's what he wants for the Royal Rumble. It'd be like an eye for an eye. You eliminate out of the Royal Rumble, I eliminate out of this chamber. Let's take this to WrestleMania, what we all wanted to see since I think last year, and now it's finally building up to that CM Punk and Seth Rollins at Elimination Chamber match. You got Lara, who seems like she almost was frustrated as Intercontinental Champion. Usually she's got a smile on her face and she's happy, but she wants people to know why she's Intercontinental Women's Champion. She's here to stay, not a pushover, and gonna prove that against Dakota Kai this coming Monday. And Io Sky and Rhea, she couldn't be even happier that Rhea gave her that opportunity, looking out for her, having her back. their friends should give you that match, but also Rhea is our women's world champion, letting you know who she is around here. She's Rhea Bloody Ripley, our women's world champion, and don't you forget it. But she is friends with Io. I know she was just having her back. Rhea and Raquel just try to stir that up. Dakota Kai's got an Intercontinental Champion's belt. Liv and Raquel got the tag team women's champion, Bianca and Naomi, and who's sparked up and ready after thinking they're the ones that attacked them with this Jade Cargill situation. And you got Balor being ended after Seth Rollins ended that feud since 2016 off his back. And now he's the Royal Rumble winner. Now he's ready to WrestleMania. Now he's won the Elimination Chamber opportunity. He's in the Elimination Chamber again. He's a multiple-time Elimination Chamber. And he's been there, done it. And he got these burdens off of his chest. So now he's got one more burden. And that's CM Punk he's focused on right now. CM Punk, I think, he might be focused on Drew McIntyre because Drew McIntyre, I don't know if he's going to have more of a feud with CM Punk or with Seth Rollins. Well, a little bit of it, John Cena's got CM Punk, he got Seth Rollins. I think he's going to be more of the hero to knock off Logan Paul. That's what people want to see, why Punk and Seth handle their business. I think that Seth is going to be looking forward to get rid of Punk for Royal Rumble, which will allow him and Punk to handle at WrestleMania. But then I think maybe Drew will still win over Seth because he beat him on Raw. And then maybe Logan Paul can outdo Drew McIntyre, which of course he's not going to be happy about that, just to show him he can. Just like he did with CM Punk and Seth at Royal Rumble. And then John Cena is going to knock off Logan Paul just to be the hero guy and earn his way to WrestleMania against Cody for the championship belt. So that's my prediction, that Cena's winning the men's Royal Rumble, and that's who I think who's going to eliminate who at the men's Royal Rumble. And I will tell you my Elimination Chamber prediction again, like when it gets closer to time, just to refresh your memories. But that's what I see what's happening with that men's Elimination Chamber match. We got our World Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders, showing why they're World Tag Team Champions against the Judgment Day, who just can't stop and obsessing with it. It's going to get it one way or another. We got our Intercontinental Champion. You got AJ Styles, who won a singles action, who outsmarted Brian Baker's attack. Now going after the Intercontinental Champion against Brian Baker, who feels some type of way that AJ Styles outsmarted him and wants to dominate him for the Intercontinental Championship belt. And AJ Styles saying, bring it on. Gash in the shirt, clean shirt match. Ready for the title. Wins his match. Shows up on Raw. Brian Baker gets outsmarted in the Raw match. Didn't like that either. He's heated right now against AJ Styles. Seth Rollins spilling himself. Shows up, showing why he's the man. Talk about heat between him and Punk. We're talking about the heat between AJ Styles now and Brian Baker for the Intercontinental Championship belt. And the Judgment Day just got this tag team chip on his shoulder, but AJ Styles knocking off in a singles action against the Judgment Day. I told you singles and rounds and stuff can't stay away. We got Hardy watching AJ Styles knock off Dominic in a singles action, now focused on his Intercontinental Champion against Braun Baker. Got an Intercontinental Champion Lara who's focused now on Dakota Kai getting rid of this Ivory, calling her out, but I can't think that maybe Ivory will play a part on screwing Dakota Kai because she's mad that she lost the match. But also Lara is going to be mad because she doesn't want to win that way and go after Ivory, and Ivory will get her Intercontinental Championship belt after all, who's been calling her out. So I see that happen with the Intercontinental Championship belt for this coming Raw coming. What's going to happen in that match and the titles. That's about Raquel and Liv and Bianca and Naomi. I think that should be a clean title match. But Liv is definitely going to say stuff to try to get them to swirl against each other, knowing her back is against the wall in that Elimination Chamber match. That's her best way to get out of it. You got Lars. I think him and Pete Dunne is focused on each other. Now that Pentai already knocked both of them off, including after the attack and got that out of the way. I think Bayley winning this Elimination Chamber match will prove people like Nia Jax, she's here to stay. And seeing her and Rhea will be something different for the World Championship belt. It'll also boost Rhea up, who beat Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and now you got an opportunity to knock off Bayley, all the horsewomen, and all at WrestleMania for the championship belt, for the Raw and SmackDown now World Champion. So this will boost up Rhea Ripley, because she's still, she's dominating and she's been here, but she's still younger than a lot of the superstars that are there. She's around a few more years older than me. And forget how young that she is, because she's so dominant, so destructive, and she's accomplished so much. So seeing Rhea Ripley accomplish knocking off another horsewoman at WrestleMania for the title, not only did she do it out of the pay-per-views, the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania, you won't forget, she also did it for a title, which is like a trophy, and a dominator, because she did something that many people wish they can get in the ring and do, let alone knock them all off or be in the ring with them, and it'll boost Rhea Ripley's career up. And this Roxanne can knock off this Bayley situation that she has. She's going to be coming for her in this match at Elimination Chamber. And you talk about people sparring it up in the tag team titles with Raquel and Liv. Liv's got the best against Bianca and Naomi, the tag team titles. Sure, you have your partner there, but you won't have your partner in Elimination Chamber, which I don't see how good of a partner that she really is. Io Sky getting her revenge, knocking off Liv in the tag match to make up for that match. She has a title match because Rhea did that for her. They're on the good terms. She knows she had her back. I think it'll be a friendly competition for the title. And now Dakota Kai not only winning the tournament, but winning her opportunity for Intercontinental Championship right now against our current Intercontinental Women's Champion, Laura. I think Raquel and Liv, I felt bad that Liv's head was all busted open like that. Then what friend and tag team partner Raquel is, using Liv Morgan as your shield, as your weapon. You busted her head all open in that match, and then you didn't even win the match. And now Liv is stuck in the Elimination Chamber by herself against Bianca and Jade Cargill situation going on. Now Bianca and Naomi not only targeted Liv, when Raquel had just as much to do with it, but now they got Liv by herself in Elimination Chamber after the tag team match. And used her as their weapon. So I think maybe after this happens, it will spark a Liv and Raquel feud. That Raquel just wants the spotlight from Liv. That's what Liv's going to feel like. And Liv, in her mind, that's what she's going to see, Raquel using her for her spotlight. Raquel's going to see, well, I've been helping you this whole entire time. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be this, this, and this. And it's definitely going to spark, after this tag team match, after the Elimination Chamber, Liv Morgan and Raquel, I smell their feud coming up towards a WrestleMania. Maybe we'll see this WrestleMania feud between Liv and Raquel happen. And meanwhile, Bianca and Naomi figuring out this Jade Cargill, or they're holding it off. And I don't know if they'll wait till next WrestleMania, if they're going to hold off another year, just to build up tensions just because it's such little time. And you got all these matches. I mean, they did do a good job holding off this CM Punk and Seth Rollins match from last WrestleMania and focusing on other things with the Royal Rumble, with the Elimination Chamber, to now their match this year at WrestleMania. I think that's what's going to happen. So I think Naomi and Bianca are going to knock them off to protect Jade, to see what happened with this situation, the tag team of Raquel and Liv. And then maybe next year it's going to build up Raquel and Liv in the singles act. Liv is going to do what Rhea did, get mad that her partner's costing her in the matches, that she was successful on her own, and now her partner's just dragging her down. She's going to feel like Rhea did when Rhea got tired of it with Liv, and Liv's going to get tired and strike Raquel. But I feel that Raquel might stab Liv in the back because she's tired of her getting the spotlight like she did the Rhea Ripley in the NXT. She's tired of doing work, but getting shoved in the background. She's getting jealous that her partner's better than her. So I think that's where we're going to see a Liv Morgan and Raquel feud on Raw this year, but then build up to possibly next year WrestleMania match. And that leaves Rhea, our Women's World Champion, with Io Sky. I think her and her on the same page, and they're friends. She said in the statement they gave her that match, and I think it'll be a clean fight, and Io sees that, and she knows she's had her back, and she said that in this Gunther situation, feud attacking Jey Uso ain't letting that happen since Gunther flying main event Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw, and that he will get his lick for the World Championship. I'm not letting him to get away with that, attacking him, challenging him for the title at WrestleMania, sending him on his line for, punch him in the mouth talking. And even last week when he thought he wasn't going to, came out there, showed up and shut out. I see main event Jey Uso becoming World Champion, along with our Intercontinental Women's Champion. He's got a big title against Dakota Kai this coming Raw, who won the tournament, who earned it twice. She was, went toe-to-toe with Spencer a little bit, Spencer the fight a little bit. She won the tournament. She won out another opportunity, got rid of this Ivory. Now she's at it again. I think Ivory will play a part, and she'll cause a wedge getting involved in this match. Logan Paul knocks out the Hall of Famer legendary like Rey Mysterio. Like I said, Logan Paul puts in the work, whether you like it or not. Logan Paul, the Hall of Famer legendary Rey Mysterio is one of a kind. So for Logan Paul to knock him off again, he's got the talent, and we're drinking that prime with them, and he earned his right to be here. He earned his opportunity to be here. So he's doing good for himself in his No Limits chamber and doing his thing. You can't really argue with that statement. You can't really say, well, he hasn't put in the work, he hasn't done this, because he has, and he showed out, and he has been training and working out and hard for a while, in a long time, and doing it really hard. So I think Logan Paul is here to stay as a Raw superstar, and he earned it, in my opinion. So that would be the last of that. That'll close that commentary / reaction Monday Night Raw. This is the commentary / reaction of Raw. 5 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks. And now we're down to the commentary / reaction of this past Monday Night Raw. Since it's a Wednesday, I'm going to do it now without covering the main events. I even talked about NXT Vengeance Saturday, the Royal Rumble. I even did a little bit of who I think's going to win and how the feuds and elimination is going to happen between Elimination Chamber coming up, as I did the Royal Rumble in the past, and Elimination Chamber coming up. I even did the updations on my account, my playlists, my albums, all that stuff, and now, even the podcast and stuff, I mentioned updates, and now commentary / reaction to this past. I even did the shout-outs to make up for this coming Friday night SmackDown, that I will do the prediction and shout-outs on there, and the SmackDown results, and even talked about my album playlists and freestyles that I worked on my updated account and what's been going on. Now I'm at the commentary / reaction of Monday Night Raw this past Monday that we're going to be covering. So be sure in the meantime, right now, we're going to take a brief break. Tired of wearing the same, been here a little bit while I'm in this hat a little bit. So I'm going to switch up, change my outfit real fast to cover out this commentary reaction of Monday Night Raw. And it's going to be from this past week. That's exactly when I've been reading the list of Royal Rumble, because I wanted to mention it, I wanted to update it, and wanted to say why even a tag team action between Raw and SmackDown and updations and stuff like that I wanted to mention, that I want to keep in the bubble and keep it going. So with that being said, you can win a Royal Rumble check for burning it down with all the Seth freaking Rollins burning it down, singing with these fireworks in your mouth. A road to WrestleMania. You got Friday Night SmackDown. You got WrestleMania 1 and 2 and the Monday Night Raw. Drinks, food. I love the drinks and food, and damn, I can't wait to go have some drinks and food, play some games, and enjoy WrestleMania, Raw, and SmackDown. You can friend a trip to that, a friend and beyond. Like I did that Slim Jim. Everybody loved it for the Raw Rumble. I can't wait for that WrestleMania to enjoy it, to be able to do the same thing. You ain't got no other than the other day, just trying to hold it down. Dominic taking that seamless action loss, but Raquel and Liv got a tag team action right now. And the mascot of it all, with Seth Rollins defeating that Finn Balor situation from 2016 to earn his Elimination Chamber. Roxanne has an opportunity, as she won this match now, to focus on Bayley inside of this Elimination Chamber match to end her feud. I don't know. It's just because of one of the horsemen. She knows she's one of the best. She came back to NXT, and she's the hottest star that she feels. Hey, you had your time. This is my time, or what it is that's going on in Roxanne's head right now. Why she all of a sudden chose Bayley to have this feud with, to have this altercation with. But in the meantime, y'all can check it out right here. You can check out the description. You can check out, I was talking about all the updations, and it's pretty much up to static. So with that being said and done, that's just a little bit of this past Monday Night Raw and just the arrival and feuds towards the Elimination Chamber. Now that the men and women's Elimination Chamber is complete, I even talked about who I think is going to win and who I think is going to be, eliminated by who, and feuds being sparked and why we're excited about it. What feuds are going to happen between these men and women's. What I mentioned, how it's complete. Who's in the men and women, who I think is going to win it, who I think is going to eliminate, who I think is going to take it to WrestleMania, and how that's going to come about even after WrestleMania, like a Raw and SmackDown. I even talked about what led up to it because, it's not just a yearly thing. So with that being said, be sure to watch, like, follow, and subscribe on the Platinums. I'm going to finish out the commentary / reaction Monday Night Raw from this past Monday. I'm going to change my outfit real quick, real fast, so just take a picture, screenshot, right? You can scan it, you can memorize it, whatever you decide to do with this information. Because the Snapchat is the only thing that's different. If you haven't already, go ahead, watch, like, subscribe, and to the social media play. If you have, give yourself a round of applause. Shout out to you, and thank you for that, and shout out, thank you for those of you who are going to. I'm going to get off here for just a brief moment, and I'm going to finish up the commentary / reaction to Monday Night Raw this past week. Just give me a moment. All right, we back on here now, finishing up this commentary / reaction to this past week's Monday Night Raw. Those of y'all who are just watching and tuning in, that's what we're doing. Those of you who are new, be sure to watch, like, follow, and subscribe on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, social media, all that stuff. Watch it so I know when I'm doing these videos, you're enjoying it, as you're liking it, as you're commenting, so I can hear your opinions, you subscribing, you adding me on Snapchat, all the above on the social media platinums, totally for free. Support me and my channel. Those of you who haven't, go ahead and do that. So you can watch more like this. I mentioned out the playlist, but I'll show the playlist one more time as we're ending this video and it's coming to an end. I'll show you. Go on the page and check it out for subscribing, like this coming SmackDown predictions and shout outs and results. Of course, the SmackDown video that I did updates into that as well with the commentary Raw and SmackDown wwelive and NXT and main event, and also the commentary, which is what this is / Monday Night Raw, like this past Monday Night Raw comics this Saturday, like it'll be Friday Night SmackDown results, including the shout outs and the platinum, what I've been working on, the commentary reaction to Monday Night Raw, which is what this is. From the 5 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 2, and this past commentary Raw. I even did a live main event and Royal Rumble, and I even did my Elimination Chamber prediction, who I think is going to win, how the feud's going to be, and who I think is going to be eliminated. I'll do Elimination prediction on the day of Elimination Chamber for the commentary result as well, and as well as my SmackDown shoutouts and results for this week too. I just figured I'd do the commentary results since it was already Wednesday for this past week to get that up and locked down, and y'all can check out the playlist to check out more and things like it as well. And check out those shows with platinum forms as well. I think that pretty much covers that. You can also check out, because my podcast is an album playlist, will be on here as well. You can check that out so you can be updated as well and hear it and see it and follow it and enjoy that to its T. And this is a commentary reaction to Monday Night Raw from this past week. I mentioned a little bit of it, like I mentioned the arrival of some of the superstars. Now this one, you just show them one at a time and different stuff. And you talked about the Judgment Day, how Raquel and Liv, how they have a tag team opportunity. We got Bianca Belair and Naomi in the building getting their hands on Liv temporary after finding out what happened to Jay. Now Bianca Belair and Naomi have an opportunity to defend their tag team women's champions against Raquel and Liv Morgan for the tag team women's championship belt this coming Monday in honor of Jade Cargill. As they already got a little bit of the lick, as they said, my workout videos that I was talking about in training and album players to the superstar and Creed, because KY was behind the commentary result, but now it's all caught up in the commentary / result of Monday Night Raw. I still did the Raw comments and the shouts and slapped up to my account, and including the episodes and podcasts I showed you. I might as well do the one for this week. You and a friend can go to WrestleMania, Friday Night SmackDown, Monday Night Raw. Drinks, I can't wait to eat and have drinks and enjoy WrestleMania after the Royal Rumble I was talking about towards WrestleMania to even after Raw and SmackDown of WrestleMania. Lucky charm that I got from Chris was the Dragon Leaves and anime. That's my Rhea Ripley series. I want to be just woke up, filling up for Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins qualifying into Elimination Chamber. Roxanne looking forward to a feud with Bayley. Seth Rollins looking forward to a feud with CM Punk. Me enjoying a little bit of snow pie and working out. Enjoying some feud training. Enjoying that Monday Night Raw with now our Intercontinental Women's Champion opportunity. Dakota Kai against our Internet Ivory. AJ Styles against Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Champion. Won the singles action. Qualifying himself now. Sami Zayn handling this Kevin Owens situation, attacking him at Elimination Chamber once and for all because Kevin ain't gonna stop until it's over. So Sami Zayn has no choice but to take on Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber to end his attacks. Like Cody Rhodes, our champion, had to do the Kevin Owens in a ladder match at Royal Rumble. Sami Zayn has to win this match in order for the fuse to stop attacks at top against Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber. Adam Pearce got to understand it, just like our world champion, future world champion. So Sami Zayn is going to have to beat Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber in order to end this heinous attack. And Adam Pearce needs to understand that. I see where Adam Pearce is coming from, how he's trying to protect both of them in their career and them as an individual superstar, and he don't want that blood on his hands, protecting you and seeing you through your whole career. But either way, whether he goes in this match or doesn't, Kevin Owens looks forward to end the career of Sami Zayn. That's where his mental is right now, and that's what he's thinking right now. That's why he did that heinous attack. That's why he attacked him again. He's provoking him. Sami Zayn has to beat Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber in order to end these attacks and fight for his career. That's where we're at right now. Phenomenal AJ Styles outsmart him. Braun Breaker has our Intercontinental Champion win the singles action debuted here on Raw. Laura Vaquera looking forward to defending her Intercontinental Women's Champion again against Dakota Kai and There you so looking forward to be world champion at WrestleMania once of Raw against Gunther, showing up and showing what he can do, what he's made of. We've got our tag team titles with Liv and Raquel and Naomi and Bianca looking forward to get their live out happening in Jay in the tag team action. That was just a little taste of it before the she ends in a 2-on-1 in Elimination Chamber with them. I'm talking about Liv in that situation with them. Seth freaking Rollins winning his match. Elimination Chamber looks forward to going to CM Punk after Royal Rumble, beating that WrestleMania match. Ending the 2016 feud of him and Finn Balor. Once of Raw, Seth freaking Rollins going to WrestleMania, winning Elimination Chamber opportunity again. And that's where we're at with the views and the matches and what's going on. You guys can go on that to check out, like I said, the page and the story if you want to check out like my Raw prediction and Raw shoutouts like we do through Instagram, like you like it or you watch or you comment. And I just show you a video just to give you a shout out. I don't know why it says videos instead of playlists. You can check out those pages if you want to see the Raw prediction. You can check out my story. You want to see my Raw shoutouts or go on the social media platinums. And of course, you can check out the latest Raw results in my Raw comment. And you can check out this and more like it officially caught up on my commentary / reaction to my Raw, including wwelive main event Saturday, Raw, SmackDown, main event Saturday, Royal Rumble, this past Raw, commentary / reaction to my Raw, all caught up. wwelive and NXT, Vengeance, even including that commentary reaction. Shout out social media. I involved the Royal Rumble. I even said who I think is going to win the Elimination Chamber, who I think is going to eliminate who. I'll do Elimination Chamber prediction again on the day just to get a reflection if you didn't watch this video of it. And just in case you didn't hear in the beginning. And the social media platinums where you can all check it all out and stuff. So that's it. That's all, folks. Be sure to watch, like, and subscribe. Add me on Snap. And doing YouTube commentary / reaction to Monday Night Raw is officially all caught up, including the wwelive, including the Saturday main event, including the Royal Rumble, moving forward to Elimination Chamber, including NXT. I even involved that and some updates to now where we're at. I even said the tag team action, commentary results of Monday Night Raw, is complete. Be sure to watch live on Sky Scooter. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. And Crazy K is out. Peace.